Hi everyone! Welcome again to our episode 2 of our Remotely Philippines podcast. And today we have our accounting team for our episode. And this will be all about how they deal with their clients and what are their roles, what are their responsibilities. So we will get to know them one by one right now.
Hi, I'm Elaine, Senior Accounting Associate from Abra. 1 year with remotely and currently handling fertility clinics company in California.
Hi, I'm Mari, Senior Accounting Associate in Remotely Philippines. I'm handling US client base in California.
Hello, I'm Sheena, an experienced accounting associate. I typically work with US clients who need assistance with their bookkeeping.
Good afternoon. I'm Joanna. I'm Senior Accounting Associate from Remotely Philippines, and I'm handling clients from California as well as Texas, Oklahoma.
Hello, I'm Rick Rodolph. You can call me RR. So I'm a senior accounting supervisor of a construction company based in US.
Hi everyone, I am Luis Melody Gladel Sanchez, Senior Accounting Associate of Remotely, or you can call me Melodin, and I'm currently handling the main entity of a Singaporean company that focuses mainly on merchandising of different products. And they also have an investment company under their parent and an import and export entity.
Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for introducing yourselves. But we will get to know you later as we do our podcast. So, to kick things off, let's dive into what you do on a day to day basis. We all know that remote work has become the norm, and ensuring our clients, especially because to receive the same level of excellence, would be so much important, especially in a traditional setup. So, to start things off, can you start us by telling a bit about your role and how you collaborate with clients to deliver high quality service remotely?
Can I start?
Yes, sure.
My role is to support the accounting manager of the company based in California with their full cycle accounting. So, collaboration with my client from the other side of the globe is possible with the help of number one, cloud based accounting software. For me, it's QuickBooks Online. Number two, document
Mm-hmm.
sharing tools such as Google
Mm-hmm.
Drive. And last but not the least, the regular communication channels for regular updates and feedbacks, which I believe are crucial to the success of the engagement.
Yeah, thank you for mentioning all those tools that we are using in giving a quality service to our clients. Thank you so much for sharing that. And who wants to share your opinion about this?
Yeah, okay. Just like what Elaine said, also with the collaboration of my client, I use different tools, also like the QuickBook Online and Shared Drive. But we have our own tool like Box.com, where the client put their workbooks for me to do some invoicing with it, as
Mm-hmm.
well as like sharing it with the clients and do some invoices there, and also some other tools like Ramp and Bill.com. These are other tools to record other transactions and expenses.
Wow, that's really technology can bridge the gap between countries, right? So that it's possible now to work remotely with all these tools, and it gives us a seamless operations between clients and our company and our team, right? So who wants to share next?
Uh,
Me. Uh, okay, go
okay,
ahead.
you first, RR. You
Okay.
first.
Yeah. I mean, in our company, I am currently assisting with the closing process of that client. So to start our day, we usually agree the task that we are actually working on with the client. So we usually send them an email containing the list of agenda for the day, and at the end of the day, we update them on what are the statuses of those items that we've actually listed in the email. So given the setup that we have, we usually collaborate with them by setting up a call So when
Yes.
we actually need some informations to them. So before the call, we usually provide context via chat or email on the agenda so we can focus our discussion on the important things that are actually needed for that discussion. So before that call as well, we usually do our research first on the applicable, let's say, tax standards or the accounting
Yes.
standard. In that way, we can ask important questions and contribute as well to the discussion at hand. So at the end of the call, we also summarizes the details that are needed and then the actions. We also put that in writing to actually align with them um, the the discussion itself. So that's how
Yes.
we actually do it in our client.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. It's really vital for any collaboration that or having a good communication with each other, especially with our clients, because a timely update with them is very crucial for their businesses to, and that's very important to know. It's a good thing to know that we have a open communication with them, and we collaborate with them seamlessly. And we can ask one last to share, and that is Mellow. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so on my end, my role basically is the bookkeeper of the company, and I am collaborating with my client through different softwares like WhatsApp, Outlook, and Zoom, and also with their own system, which is NetSuite. So, like RR, I do daily updates or I send an email for the pending list of activities that I plan to do for the day. So also to ensure that the clients receive the same level of excellence as they would in a traditional 8-person setup, I make sure to establish a good camaraderie relationship with my client. And like what you've said, Marks, I also establish an open communication between us, so we won't have any miscommunication. Yeah.
Yes, thank you for sharing. And right, you're right. Tools are really important. Like you all said, tools in this kind of work setup is very important. And it relates us to the next question that having the right tools can really make all the difference, right? For those of us, especially in working remotely. And accounting software, of course, is very important. It's not just important, it's essential. So let's talk about the accounting tools that you use specifically and how they help streamline the workflow, ensuring clients get top-notch services. Who wants to start? Just to share their
I'll
what they're
start.
doing. Okay, thank you, Mary.
Yeah. Okay, the accounting software we're using for my client is NetSuite, the one Mello mentioned. It is a cloud-based platform that automates key accounting tasks such as bank reconciliation, invoice management, and financial reporting. It also seamlessly integrates with other tools like Bill.com, which empowers us to to deliver timely and high quality services. The automation features minimizes manual tasks, which frees our time to focus on more strategic activities like account analysis or process
Mm-hmm.
improvement.
Yes, thank you so much for sharing that. It's really good to know that technology and not just technology is not only in the social media, but there we can also help the accounting world, the NetSuite and all the accounting softwares that we have. Do you have other, or maybe you can share what are your experiences in that tools that you are using?
Yes, I have. In terms of my experience, we use QuickBooks Online, which is one of the most widely used accounting tools for remote workers like us. It simplifies the bookkeeping, invoicing, expense tracking, and even the bank reconciliation process. This also ensures that data can be accessed and updated in real time, regardless of location, which makes collaboration between remote teams and clients seamless. To add, we are also using Bill.com, which we use when it comes to our payables or expenses. So this tool specializes in automating accounts payable processes. So for us, our remote accountants, it streamlines invoice approvals, payment processing, and syncing with other accounting software. Like, for example, in my case, it's QuickBooks Online, which also improves accuracy and efficiency.
Nice. That's really great. This accounting tools that we have right now, it's really a blessing for all the accountants and the businesses because it really helps streamline all the processes and make it easier for all of us, for your accountants to work conveniently. And who wants to share or to add to what Sheena has said?
Yes. To add, we have the same software as she now is using. So we're also is using QuickBooks Online and Build.com. So for me personally, I really like using these softwares because they are pretty straightforward and user friendly. And
Mhm.
as Sheena said, they allow real-time access to financial data for both me and my client. And this ensures that you are working from the same up-to-date information anytime and anywhere.
That's great to hear. I like what you said about up-to-date information because it's really important for us accountants and the clients to get up-to-date information and have an access 24/7 is really good sign for a collaboration for this kind of setup that we have. Okay, that's great. Okay, so speaking of accounting world, we know that adhering to standards and regulation is non-negotiable. So, what challenges have you encountered in applying these accounting standards, and how have you successfully navigated them to maintain compliance and accuracy? Who wants to start by sharing their
Like,
experience?
yeah, me.
Okay, okay.
Actually, one of the major challenges here in accounting is ensuring the accuracy and the completeness of financial data, which is really, I think, not just me, but most of the accountants here. So even the small discrepancies in financial data can have significant compliance implications. So how would we ensure the completeness and the accuracy of it? By regularly reviewing and reconciling financial records, which I believe that most of us here are doing it, along with our automated system, the accounting systems that we use, such as QuickBooks Online, NetSuite, Zero, and all the other tools that can significantly improve the accuracy of the financial statements. And also, the accountants like us to be very vigilant about data entry and ensuring that there is a clear audit trail for all financial transactions, which supports maintaining data integrity.
Nice. So that's so good to know because accuracy and data security is very, very important, especially in accounting and all the businesses, all the clients that are the business that our clients has. So who wants to add or to share something with what Joanna said?
Yeah, I think just to add, in terms of the accounting standards or the regulatory standards, because as a CPA in the Philippines, we are more familiar with our tax laws,
Yeah.
and the IFRS or the PFRS. So, though there are actually similarities with the underlying standard, we just need to be aware on the differences between the standards because this might impact their reporting processes. For tax as well, we usually I myself on my team, I created this schedule on where I can study it little by little. So this
Yes.
is to also help the company by providing inputs necessary to help them improve their processes and their regulatory compliance with those accounting and the tax regulations as well.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. That reminds me that about the differences between the Philippines and the other countries' regulations, right, and standards. It's really an adjustment for us from working for our clients abroad. And really, it's really hard, if I can say, to navigate and to maintain compliance and accuracy with all these different standards. And thankfully we have IFRS and everything. Who wants to add one last more about these standards?
So for these Mars, right? As of today, I haven't encountered any experiences wherein my client will not adhere to the accounting standards and regulations. However, if in the future I encountered such challenge, I will always remind my client to refer to our accounting standards to avoid any future encumbrances. Civil crime in the worst case scenario.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much for sharing, Joanna, Rick, and Mello, for all the challenges that you have faced and what will you do in the future in case you encounter these challenges. So let's move forward. As it's often said that the true measure of our work is in the impact it has on our clients, right? So can you recall a time when our services really make a difference? What was special about that experience and what did it mean to the client?
For me, it's
Y-
when we were able to shorten the month-end closing. According to the client, the accounting manager, we received a lot of positive feedback from the management and executives. And as
Mhm.
we all accountants know, the quicker the financial information reaches the decision makers' hands, the better.
Okay, thank you so much. And who wants to add to that?
Me. So on my end,
Okay.
after getting onboarded with my client, I noticed that they have backlog as far as January 2024 for some of their transactions. But after being with them for 2 months, I already updated their works and we are now up to date with their recording and posting transactions in their system, giving them more time to focus on more complex work. So I can proudly say that our service or the service of remotely page is very effective in the support that we can provide to different entities.
Nice. That's really great to know because a lot of people, a lot of business thought that outsourcing their accounting to other countries or other companies like us will not really help them. But this proves what we have said that our services can really make a big impact to their processes, especially if they have a lot of backlogs, and we can really help them their businesses to be up to date with all the things that they have, yeah, that they need to do. So as we before we move to the next question, do you have other comments or add sort of share to this to the impacts that we have made to our clients?
Um, yeah, I, yeah, based on my experience, so I'm just new to the company, hence there are still a lot of things to do with their backlogs and with their with on how they do things as well. So, however, in my recollection, there is this task that is usually done for like almost 2 to 4 hours. But
Wow.
with my experience in Excel and by doing some research, I was able to do it faster, hence creating a template that involves less manual work. With these examples of innovation, we actually help the client to focus their time and effort on the more important matters at hand rather than spending more times on doing some things manually. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for pointing that out. That really help the businesses, our clients, to give them more time to focus on much important things on their businesses. And we do all the processes, all the things that that makes more takes more of their time, most of their time. And now with our help, with our services, really made I can safely say that we really made a big impact to our all our clients. So right now we will talk about one of the biggest challenges in remote work. And one of those challenges is maintaining strong communication. And as we mentioned, talk about this early on, that we have already made a strong open communication culture here in our company. But do you have any challenges that you have experienced, especially when you work with our clients in various parts of the world? So, how do you manage time zone differences to ensure smooth and open and timely communication with our clients? Who wants to share?
Me.
Okay, okay.
I'm specifically working with the US client. So while being here in the Philippines, it presents a significant time zone challenge to that. To address
Yes.
to address this, we coordinate our work hours with clients, often adjusting
Mhm.
our schedules to accommodate overlapping time zones. For instance, I typically start my workday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is
Mhm.
like 6 a.m. here in the Philippines, but it differs depending on your client and your agreement with them. So, for the communication, I leverage tools like OneTalk, Microsoft Teams, and emails for real-time messaging, video conferencing, and file sharing. Because regular check-ins, constant seeking of feedback, and detailed documentation further enhances our collaboration with them, ensuring smooth communication and efficient project delivery.
Nice. Thank you so much for sharing that, Mary. It's really important to have a strong communication, especially we are working in different time zones, and your strategies, your the way you work things out to have to deliver high quality service to our clients is really uh worthy to be praised because you really made adjustments to your own time to work efficiently and effectively to all our clients. So, for our next question, can you share some steps or do you take to ensure our clients are always in the loop, regardless of location or time zone? This is also somewhat similar to our previous question, but how do you do this, allowing our clients to be always in the loop or to be updated timely?
Okay. Like for me, I have a once or twice a week meeting with my clients. So, with this, we ensure discussions of what would have transpired the past week, or
Mhm.
also the questions that needed to be addressed. Which includes also the feedbacks on your work, and if there's any changes that needed to be changed, then certainly we could discuss it and do it on a weekly meeting. But in those cases that we're not having a meeting with the client, in my time schedule, like we have an overlap of almost 3 to 4 hours. With this, we do like emails and ask
Mhm.
questions, or if the client needed something from you, then this is the time that you really have a real time communication with the client. But on those times that you have a different time zone, you have like the client is not in the work anymore. So that's the only time that you needed to just shoot the email or contact them. Then just wait for the following day, or the next available time for the client to answer all your questions, or all your queries.
Thank you so much. As I said, that it's really being taking initiative to create a communication with our clients, right? But if our client's not available, we are the ones that who will take the time to email them, update them, and just to make our clients to stay in the loop. And thank you so much for sharing that, Joanna. So, as for our next question, how does our engagement team, you and your manager, work together, providing ongoing support, meet client expectations, and address any evolving needs or challenges that comes up throughout the engagement?
Um, for me, despite all our resources, you really needed to have the support of everyone. And for us here in remotely, we have really have that support. First, with my coworkers, like with Mary and Elaine, I've been asking them questions with some of the tasks. if the task presents itself that I face challenges with it, sometimes I ask them. But if you really needed the support, well, our manager, Miss Edeline Ortega, is really very open to help us. Yes, she's readily available, and you could just um, message her or Skype her, and she would find time to help you.
That's good to know that our manager and our colleagues or workmates, our teammates, is always there for each one, for each of us, and bring support. So, who wants to add or to share their own experiences in this kind of setup that we have?
I will add another experience. Well, as per my case, in our engagement, our team worked closely and collaboratively to meet the client's needs. So we start the engagement by setting expectations and the initial planning. So my manager leads the conversation with the client, clarifying the goals, scope, and deliverables. This is also to ensure that our expectations are aligned from the start and that both parties understand the desired outcomes. Also, during or throughout the engagement, we have the ongoing communication and support. So as for my role, I provide regular updates on the progress, report any issues that may arise, and make sure that we are still staying on track with the timelines and the quality standards. While my manager will be the one to serve as the main point of contact for the client so that we can still ensure that the team is adhering to deadlines. Lastly, if once we wrap up the engagement, my manager or immediate supervisor will also solicit feedbacks from the client regarding that specific engagement. And those feedbacks from clients, we will be discussing it internally so that we can identify the areas for improvement to meet or exceed the client expectations.
That's a nice process that we have, right? Giving a tracker or guidelines before the engagement start, and we also have a review after the engagement. So it's really I can say now a seamless process that we have in engaging with our clients. So who who wants to share another experiences or what about this engagement?
So just to add on the addressing of challenges that may come up throughout the engagement. So just like at Miss Joanna said, we have a solid team comprised of accountants with various background who are very eager to help and share their knowledge and expertise to the team. So in this team, feels like you are not alone.
That's great. That's great to know. So, who wants to add or anything to share last before we move to our last question?
Yeah, I guess just to add, it's actually same with Sheena. So we usually do as well, weekly catch up with manager. That is to align our goals for the week and raise any pressing issues internally before we actually meet the client. So for my team, we usually align our goals on a daily basis by sending the client the agenda, and based on that, we will work on that and allocate the task based on that email as well. So that is to make sure that we deliver the high quality output in a timely basis. So if there are actually pressing issues after our discussions with the manager, we also set a meeting with the client to discuss the issue and also put our recommendations there, so they can have an idea on how to resolve those issues as well. So in those level of interactions, we actually set up an expectation and have a direction on what actually needs to be done, if there are issues, and to align our goals as well with the client.
That's good to know. That's good to know about the processes when we have faced issues or when we're onboarding our new client or anything else. So thank you all for sharing all the your experiences with and how we engage with our client, and our manager, and every one of us. So before we wrap things up, is there anything else that you'd like to share about the unique advantages of working with us in remotely Philippines, and how can businesses both here and abroad can benefit from the expertise and flexibility of Filipino professionals bring to the table?
Um, well, the key takeaway is as we work remotely, uh, our team ensure the engagement success and long-term sustainability by maintaining clear communication, proactively solving problems, upholding integrity, and consistently aligning with client expectations.
Thank you so much. Who wants to share or add?
Um, as we uphold to the core values of Remote Philippines, integrity, openness, and accountability, I guess this three core values really help us, especially with dealing with our clients and also the healthy relationship among companies.
Thank you so much. And who wants to share?
So on yeah, me.
Okay,
So
okay, okay.
working with the remotely Philippines has given me the work and life balance that I've always been dreaming of. It allows me to work without spending so much on fare and completely eradicating the stress from commuting because of traffic on a day-to-day basis. So on the other hand, employers from wherever they are in the world will benefit by employing Filipino employees because of our, innate resilience. Communication might be hard because of language barrier, but as a Filipino, we always see to it that we will overcome these small challenges. And also, as proven by different statistics, employers prefer Filipinos because of our passion in our work. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, thank you so much. And not just remote workers in the Philippines, right? Because we also have OFW. So I can say that Filipinos are really efficient in all the work that we are doing. So who wants to add more or to share?
Yeah, I just wanted to add that working here in remotely Philippines, we're not just service providers, but proactive partners who genuinely care about helping our clients' success. So, with strong ethics and global perspective, Filipino professionals like us are reliable and valuable asset to any organization aiming for excellence.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing. And that's a wrap for all of us. Thank you so much, team, for participating in this podcast, and we really learned a lot about how we made an impact to the clients and how we do streamline their processes, and the tools that we use to help them with their with their businesses and all their accounting needs. That's it, everyone. Thank you so much for watching our podcast, and see you all on our next episode. This is Marvin again, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.